Hello and welcome to our NBA trade deadline stream. I'm a host, joined by Austin Terry, joined by Lucky Roberts and Finn Noel, the Charlotte Sports Refresh Boys. Here's how it's going to work. So we're going to go through each team in the NBA and grade their deadline on a tier list. While we do that, we're also keeping tabs on trades happening at the moment right now, and we'll alert you guys to that as well.
We are live. We're live. So as trades are breaking,
Real.
we're going to go through. Literally, a trade just broke as we started the stream. Hey, guys?
Yeah, and we've got our own insiders. You know, Sam Bork going to be letting us know as well. So we got, we'll keep you up to date. Don't worry.
Yeah. I guess we'll get to the Zubac trade as we get to each team. We're going to go through.
You spoiled it. No.
I mean, what? What?
Hey guys, spoilers for the 2026 NBA season.
Yeah. Imagine people are going to not learn about these trades and wake up tomorrow and just refresh to see all of them. Like they're recording a TV show or something.
Shams told everyone last night to not go to sleep and then proceeded to have nothing happen overnight. Everyone woke up and was like, nothing happened. Yeah.
He's like, watch out, guys. Big trade coming. And then the big trade was Luke Kennard to the Lakers.
Yabusele for Dylan Terry.
Yeah, I think that was probably the biggest one of the night.
Huge.
Massive deal. Yeah, we're going through Eastern Conference by team and then Western Conference by team. Like Austin said, just breaking down how we feel about these trade deadlines for each teams. Obviously, some people haven't made any trades yet, but
Y'all ain't hear that.
anyways, we'll just go through and then as our producer Katie and our insiders, like you said, break news, then we'll have news. This is going to be great. I'm so excited to hear Katie chime in.
Oh, okay.
What's no
Breaking,
trade
breaking.
get breaking?
Breaking.
Like,
I
now
wish
it's
I had a
just-
soundboard so I could
Oh my gosh.
It's a huge. Okay, so we get started with the grading order, I guess. So we can go through each one.
do
We'll
it.
start with the Eastern Conference, as
Sure.
I think Finn mentioned. And it appears here Finn has the Detroit Pistons. So what have the Pistons done?
I have the honor of the first team of the day. Detroit Pistons, baby. Haven't done much this trade deadline. They have one significant move. They traded Jaden Ivey to the Chicago Bulls in return. It was a 3-team deal, but in return, the Pistons received Kevin Huerter, Dario Saric, and a first-round pick. On the Pistons side, I think this is a great upgrade for them. Although if you look at it talent-wise, Ivy's the better player, it's especially in terms of potential. But Kevin Huerter is a much better fit for their team. We've seen a common theme of players that are really talented just not fitting into the system of a contending team. And I think Jaden Ivey has sort of fallen out of the Pistons system recently, as they've sort of developed this defensive identity and sort of revolving around Cade. Another ball-dominant guard like Ivy just doesn't really fit with that anymore. So moving Ivy, who's averaging the lowest points per game of his career by 7. He's averaging 8 points per game right now, and the second lowest was, I think, 15. So just not having a great year. Doesn't fit with the system. Moving him for a guy like Herter, who is not just a shooter. I know he's white, so most people just assume he's a catch-and-shoot guy.
But he's also just not a shooter this year.
He's not shooting. No, he's not. Traditionally, he's been a
33%.
shooter. Yeah. He's super athletic, so he can do. If he's not shooting the ball well, then he can get to the hole and stuff as well. But hopefully his percentage goes up. I think it's nice. Saric is, I guess, a nice backup big. They mostly just got him, I think, to take on salary to make the deal happen. But and they moved a couple spots up in the draft because they have the right to swap with the Timberwolves pick. So solid. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think I wouldn't like to give up low on a guy like Ivy. I understand why they did it. Like they don't have really much space for him in that backcourt. Kevin Huerter, you get a guy who, once again, you're buying low on Kevin Huerter, right? So in the past, he's a great shooter, and like you said, he can take the ball off the dribble and stuff. And I think the biggest, honestly, it seems like for me, but they did get that little trade up in the draft, the pick swap there, with the Rockets, I think.
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves, okay, yeah. And I think that's a very big. They get the value there. I think that's where they edge it out.
Yeah.
I just want to touch on. I really want to see this. Isn't it kind of is business related because it was the trade, but I really want to see the Bulls just stick with a small ball lineup the entire year. I want them to hoard these 10 guards that they have on their roster and just run it the entire time. But no, I like the trade. It was a decently solid one. It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be too important at the end of the year or in the future, but I think it is a solid thing for the Pistons and the Bulls. Who knows? We'll get to that later, I guess.
Yeah, about 10 guards. I mean, we'll get to the Bulls, yeah, but like, I swear, every trade that they made this deadline, because they made a few, they made, I think, 3 or 4. It was literally like every single trade was for a guard. It's so funny.
Even if they
had,
traded
like,
away a
6
guard, they got
rotational.
one back.
I think their first trade, they received 2 guards and they gave away 1. So they just kept adding. It's so stupid. And they traded away their big man for another guard.
That's one way to
Chicago.
tank.
It is. It is.
Yeah, this will be the craziest experiment of all time. How bad can a team be with only point guards on the roster? I could have run Josh Giddey at power forward, man.
It'll be something. It will really be something. I guess we can move on now to the New York Knicks.
Whoa,
where,
you gotta rank them. You
Oh, we
gotta
gotta
grade
rank them.
them.
Oh, I forgot we're
that's
doing
like the
that.
whole point.
My bad, bro. Where are we ranking this, fellas? First of all, what are the tier?
It's just a regular old
ABCD.
tier
This
list.
is
ABCD?
Well, we got
S,
S tier
S.
as well.
Oh,
Oh, do we have a tier list ready to go?
We
Yeah.
sure do. It's the people will see it on screen. You won't.
Oh, we
Perfect.
can see
Perfect.
I can see it.
But yeah, we agreed that you're ranking here based on like how they did for personally the trade deadline, not how you think they'll be, but you know what this deadline did for them.
And so let's have the person who did that team have their grade, and then like we'll see
Yeah.
what we
Guys can
think
chime
and if
in.
we want to adjust it.
Yeah, you guys can chime
like
in.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a. It's just like a straight up A, B, C. Like there's no plus or minus
There's an
involved.
S A B C D
S
F.
A B C D F.
Okay, I'll give it a B. Because I think they did make a minor upgrade. And like Lucky said, Jaden Ivey's a pretty solid talent. So it's unfortunate they had to give that away, but they did well with what they had.
I saw your mouse like scrolling over
Austin's
the team
whispering
names.
Pistons to me like I don't know who we're talking
You,
about.
her mouse was scrolling over, and I'm like, is she trying to find it? Did she forget? Like, my bad. I was just trying to help you out, bro.
I would just say maybe C because I don't like getting rid of Ivy for cheap, like just for basically nothing really. I don't really love what Herter's doing this season. We'll see if he can reclaim it, but like I understand why they got rid of him, so I think B's fine. But I would go C personally.
Considering we have an S tier, I'm fine with B.
Okay.
If we didn't have the S tier, I would have gone C with you. But because of that and only that, I think I'm going to go with B. Just because it's not mid enough to be C, I think.
Yeah, Herter will be another guy that they can play come playoffs. Like I bet in the playoffs, depending how far they go, there will be one moment where Kevin Herter hits a big 3 in the 4th. You know what I mean? And in that moment, maybe Jaden Ivey would be benched. So I think just because of the better fit, even though it's a talent downgrade,
They'll get their fit at some point.
I hope so.
Okay.
Now we can move on to the next and Lucky.
We have a lot of teams to get through here,
We
so we'll move on to the next. They just had a couple of deals, but it was sort of like just one big deal, trying to swing Jose Alvarado, who they ended up getting today. The first one they did was they gave up Yabusele and they got Dalen Terry, who's a young guy who's a little bit of a reclamation project. And so when they got him, it was like, okay, are they gonna try to develop Dalen Terry here in this contender? But no, they flip him over to the Pelicans for Jose Alvarado, give up some second round picks as well, and
I don't know if you guys care, but the return for the Pacers just came through.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
we do care.
I know.
That's breaking news.
This is breaking.
huge.
Benedict Mathurin. Mathurin.
for Zubac.
And the Pacers 2026 first protected 1-4 and 10-30. What? And Isaiah Jackson.
Why are the Pacers doing that?
Okay, so they're protecting their first from 1-4 and 10-30. That's so weird because they can still fall out of the top 4. Like they're not guaranteed a top 4 pick. So if they get unlucky, then the Clippers just say
It was
the
this
Pacers
year's pick.
Yeah. Say the Pacers
Yeah.
pick falls down to 5, the Clippers get it.
Also, is Zubac that much better than Ben Mathurin? Zubac is
yes.
like
yes. I would say.
but he's on aging curve wise, he's way further along.
He's only like
And-
27.
Well, let's not forget they're getting Kobe Brown back, guys.
I love Kobe Brown.
Huge
man.
return, guys.
The most jacked player in the league.
No,
Yeah, Zubac is only 28, so timeline still fits. But damn, I mean, they've been offering Mathurin in a bunch of trades, so it sounded like he was sort of out the door, anyways.
Yeah.
I'm glad they got Zubac. I'm so confused by those protections. I've never seen a pick be protected in like 2 separate ranges in 1 year.
it's gonna be really funny if they get like pick 5.
I know.
That'd be really funny if they get fifth.
Well, especially in a draft like this year's draft, that could be a very important player
Very.
for the Clippers.
They also gave away the 2029 first as well.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
don't
a
get that
huge
at all.
haul and trust in Zubac, I guess. But I guess
Wow.
with Halliburton coming back next year, they think they can make some magic happen
Yeah.
because the Wizards just snatched their 14th seed. So
That could be like
Yeah.
better than the return that like some guys like Triple J got if that is the 5th overall pick. Like
Could be, yeah.
that, like
Yeah,
'cause
seriously.
the first round picks that they got for Triple J, the Anthony Davis trade as well, like the picks that they got,
Those
give
are
up
all
there,
25
all deep in
and
the
up.
20s.
Yeah,
Weird. I don't like that for the Pacers at all.
that's scary. They're basically, I think, so the Clippers traded Zubac for like a 25% chance at a top 5 pick. Is kind of what they did.
Well, and
I
Ben
wonder-
Mathurin. I think Ben Mathurin's a good
yeah,
player.
yeah, totally. And Isaiah Jackson, he'll be a good backup big as well. I guess the Clippers are going young. I want to see the draft odds right now. Let's go into Tankathon, guys.
Well, you look
Let's
at
also
that.
move
Let's
on
go
to the
back.
next
Yeah,
year
let's go
because
back to the
we've
Knicks.
done one team and it's been half an hour or 15 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, not quite.
But of our total showtime, I guess. Anyway, yeah. So the Knicks, they got Jose Alvarado, giving some second round picks away. I like it for them. You know, they get a guard that they can he can run the bench a little bit. He's sort of is what he is at this point. He's not going to get much better, but they didn't really give up much to get him. Just Yabusele and some seconds. So I'm pretty solid with it. We'll see if that's able to sort of right their wrongs. I'm not sure if it will be. Like, I don't think this is going to win them the championship, but I think it could win them a playoff round, maybe. We'll see. Like, might swing a playoff round. Who knows?
Yeah, I can see that. I like Alvarado. He has New York energy. I think he's from New York, actually. So, he sort of gives that spark off the bench, similar to what DiVincenzo was. Obviously, to a lesser capacity, but
he is. He's from Brooklyn.
he is.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah, maybe he'll just like start hyping the crowd up, get a little back tap steal in the playoffs. Knicks will go crazy.
The Knicks always need that type of player, just like a defensive, not god, but like a really good defensive player that just gets the crowd hyped. Because MSG is unbelievable come playoff time, and if they get someone who is just hype and aura for them, they can do well with that. But he's also obviously more than hype and aura, but he will provide that.
Yeah, so I'd like to put the Knicks also in B. Not really a ton that they did, but what they did do, I'd be happy with if I was a Knicks fan. I'd be pretty solid with that.
That's cool. By the way, we won't hang on this for too long. Pacers only have a 52% at a top 4 pick. So the Clippers have a 48% chance of getting a top 5 pick this year.
Almost a flip of a coin.
Yeah. That is a crazy risk. Wow.
I don't know. I'm excited to see how that plays out now. For the Knicks, I think I'm willing to put them in B or C, depending on what Finn's thinking, because it's not a lot, but they didn't need a lot. That's where I sit on it. But they've obviously improved, so I'm fine with B, I think.
Yeah, I can run B. It's sort of similar to the Pistons. Like they got a guy who could, have a big moment in the playoffs, add a little bit to the rotation.
I like their deadline more than the Pistons, but I'm cool with them in the same group. Yeah.
All right. We can move on now to the Boston Celtics, as everyone loves them.
As Austin loves them.
Yeah. Okay, so they have made 3 trades so far. The first being the Vucevic trade, which I feel everyone's seen. But if you haven't seen it, the Celtics received Vuce and a second-round pick swap for Anthony Simons, and also their pick as well. It took a while to come through because I think Boston were trying to work something onto it, but it just got confirmed like an hour ago based on the team socials. And I like that one purely because we needed to get under the first apron. I'm saying we and our. The Celtics were in like not financial trouble, but they needed to get under it. Anthony Simons played his absolute heart out for the Celtics. Feel bad for him, but it was just the business aspect of it. Vuce, he is 35, expiring contract, so I think he's only getting half a season on Boston unless he does really well and is willing to take a pay cut. Nothing much to say about that. It just creates more spacing, as I don't think Nemus Kato can bang threes. So
Missoula ball.
exactly. But it does take a load off of Nemus Kato, who he's been up to the challenge this year, but he has been not overworked. But I like Luka Garza, but I much prefer when Nemus is on the court. The second trade was the Celtics sent away Chris Boucher to the Jazz for a roster spot and some cash. And then that was only for Amari Williams to get a roster spot. So Amari Williams took Boucher's roster spot, which I like. You get younger and paying him less, I believe. So it does what it needs to do. And the third trade just happened. The Celtics sent away Minot to the Nets for no idea. No one has any idea what we got in return for Minot.
When did that happen?
Like 10 minutes ago.
We got Austin Cariano over here. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that happened.
Shams goes, Boston are sending Minot to the Nets. And everyone's like, for what? I think it might just be more cash and just freeing up a roster spot so we can go on the buyout market and get a backup guard. But in a summary, the Celtics gave away Simons, Boucher, and a second round pick swap got Vooch and Minot and got Vooch and a second round pick swap, cash, and a roster spot opened up. So I think it's gone well, but I personally, do we want to rank it now, or do you guys want to chime in?
Okay, before you do that,
you've
just
got more.
just an update on the conditions there. Just a minute ago, Shams tweeted, if the Pacers' first rounder this year falls outside of that 1-4, 10-30 range, it converts to the Pacers' 2031 unprotected first.
Oh.
That makes more sense.
Collective off.
That makes more sense.
Katie Bomb. Okay. So like they're keeping their pick no matter what.
But if it doesn't fall in the range, the 31 is gone. That's okay. And if it falls in the range
Unprotected too.
If it falls into the range of 1-4 and 10-30, nothing is given up.
No, if it yeah. If it's outside of that.
I don't know if that's how.
That is so what?
Yeah.
So the Clippers get nothing.
I'm just the messenger.
Katie,
Tell us, what does it mean?
Okay. Yeah,
this is the strangest pick of all time.
Yeah. Anyway, on the Celtics and for the Simons for Vucevic, I really like that trade for them because I really don't think you want to be paying Anthony Simons. He's one of those guys who's kind of like a Kobe White, where he's great if he's on your team, right? Like he's a great player, but do you want to be paying him $30 million? Do you want to be paying him like you're not going to compete if you're paying Kobe White, Emmanuel Quickly, or Anthony Simons $30 million a year, right? And so you get Vucevic, who's the big that you needed, and I don't think anybody's going to be paying him $30 million once his contract's done. He's definitely on the older side. And so you get maybe what's left of his years in the NBA. You get the center you need, and it's a real push for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pay Simons anymore.
Yeah. Simons will get it back somewhere else, I think. Maybe not quite to the 30 million range, but he's been playing really well this year, and the Bulls are still trying to flip him. So Simons could still be on the move again. And I'd love to see him go to a contender and show out and maybe actually get a starting spot, but I just don't want to see him in that Bulls 11-man rotation of guards.
Okay. Do you think that the Celtics are going to have to look for another center still, despite getting Vooch? Like you said, he's probably only going to be around, right, for a year.
Yeah. It depends on how well he does for us, I think, and what he's wanting in a contract next year. Because if he's going, I still want 25 million-ish or whatever he's on now, Celtics will be no, we'll stick with Nemus again. Nemus worked. I think it just depends on Nemus' development as well. There's several factors that go into it, but we wouldn't shy away from the center market, I don't think. Especially if we do well this year. Say Tatum doesn't come back, we do okay in the playoffs, whatever. We can. It will be a place to be. Boston's always one of those places where you go and think, I could maybe win a ring here now.
True.
And if a center is wanting to do that, they can. If they don't, who knows? I've stopped trying to think of what Brad Stevens is going to do. He's like 5 steps ahead of everyone and the grandmother. So I just let him do what he wants to do.
Why their grandmother?
Is that a British thing? Or?
Yeah. Okay.
right, where
so
do you put him?
I'm putting it in B. It's another one for B, but it's not a wow factor. We've just done what's necessary for us to do to avoid any cap trouble or NBA legal trouble.
I'd put an A. I vote in for A. Like I really like getting Vucevic for them. I think that's a great push for this season. And like I said, I don't want to be. I don't like those players who are in that middle range, right? Like you want to have the top guys and then fill out the like. I just don't think you can really win a championship when you have Anthony Simons. But that's
Don't like Anthony Simons, do you?
Oh, I hate him. Sure, just because we've only done B so far, I'll say A.
We can go-
but I
okay,
think
we
it
can
could be
go A.
B as well.
Yeah, we'll go A just because of the last 2 being B, but it could easily be a B. This was not me going to them before and going, we have to put up A, guys, because we have to put up A. This was not that.
I'm not getting paid. I thought you were. What's going on?
You guys are getting paid?
Oh no. Okay, so the Cavs made a big move in the offseason. Well, not in the offseason, a few days ago, and I'm tired, guys. And Finn is here to tell us all about the Cavs.
Oh, thank you for the introduction.
You're welcome.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. James Harden has been traded from the LA Clippers for Darius Garland and a second-round pick to the Cavaliers. Obviously, big blockbuster move. Harden was in no rumors at all until, like 3 days ago. It was like super last minute. Harden has done it so many times. He's requested so many trades throughout his career that I can't even be upset anymore. Because I don't know. It just seems like he's always unhappy with the team situation that he's in. But I think it's a great move for the Cavs. A lot of people I've heard people value Garland as higher than Harden, which I think is a little ridiculous. You talk about what Harden's doing this season, the production that he's having, the size that he provides in the backcourt next to Mitchell. Whereas with Garland and Mitchell, teams were just taking advantage of that small backcourt defensively, right? Like Austin, you probably remember, I think when the Celtics played the Cavs in the playoffs, it was literally just Tatum like at the top of the key hunting Garland for like half the possession.
Yeah, you get to the playoffs with Garland, and if anyone has a big guard, or they're going to get that switch, or they're just going to attack Garland. And
No.
I feel bad for him. He's a good player.
He is
but
good.
He's
He
just
just can't
undersized,
defend.
and he just gets attacked in the big moments. And the Cavs needed bigger and got bigger, I guess.
Yeah. So that sucks. That sucks for Garland. But he's in a good situation with LA now. I think this is huge for the Cavs. They've made a couple other moves, which we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, I think this is huge. I think they didn't start off the season too hot, so this kind of pushes them into that top tier of the Eastern Conference.
I agree. I think this is like the perfect move that they could have made. I honestly, I love this trade for both teams. I think it makes a whole lot of sense for both sides. But the Cavs definitely got the best player currently. Obviously, James Harden is he 35 now?
Maybe
Around
36.
Yeah.
And so I think the value for the Clippers is you get Garland, who's 26, and so
He is 36, so 10-year difference.
Yeah,
I have
and
news.
so
Katie
wow.
Bomb.
I don't know if this is all that. I really don't know how to judge here. The Charlotte Hornets are trading Tyus Jones to the Dallas Mavericks for Malachi Barnum. Sources tell ESPN.
Huge.
Wow.
Just to let you all know.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting. Former Wizard Malachi Branham involved in another team.
That is
I'll
one
have
of
to go
that is
over that.
one of the moves ever.
I guess the Mavericks have like an
Oh.
actual good point guard.
The Bucks and Suns have expanded.
Hello, that's my job.
Okay, you do it. You do
I was
it.
about to read it. The Bucks and Suns have expanded this to a 3-team deal to include Chicago Bulls.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bulls are in every trade.
wait. So what do the Bulls get in that deal?
It's the Dieng
Yeah.
trade.
Jang
And
for
Nick Richards to Chicago, sources say.
Nick Richards going to Chicago, not Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, man. Cool. They have another big. It's not a
Yeah.
guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, you were saying like 10-year age gap.
Right, and so I think that's where you get the value if you're the Clippers. They're not going to win the championship this season. I think they understand that. I think really the whole appetite for them to compete this season is so that they don't give OKC a really luscious pick. And so they've done their job with that the last couple of weeks. They've really been hot. And it's like also Harden wanted out. It's like, what can you do on, 3 days notice before the trade deadline? You got to get something for him. They get Garland, who's 26, a little bit injury prone, not the best defender. But he's all-star caliber, and I think that's the best you can get for a 36-year-old James Harden.
Yeah, and they squeezed a second out.
Yeah.
All things considered, right? Like the pressure that the Clippers had to make that move is if they had held on to him, then his trade value would have just tanked because he would have probably, knowing James Harden, would have put on a fat suit again or something and, and stopped playing. So
Did you see that list of James Harden like funniest ways to try and get traded?
no.
It was like they're ranking them, and it's like one was like I think fat suit was at number 2. When he went to that like Chinese basketball camp and was like.
Daryl Morey is a liar.
Yeah, that I think that was one. There's so many ways, and I just really enjoyed that list. I just really wanted to bring it out. If I can find it at some point, I'll say it fully.
The most diabolical trade requester
Of all
in
time.
NBA history.
No.
Another thing to note with the Cavs now is that, despite getting a talent upgrade now, like you said, Garland is 10 years younger, right? So does the prime of this Cavs core shorten, right? Because, 3 years from now, what's the talent level of James Harden? And we've seen it now. Like Garland's been injured a lot of the year, and just that core 3 of Mitchell, Mobley, and Allen hasn't done enough.
And who's to say Harden doesn't ask out of there as well?
He probably
in,
will.
in 3 years, in less than 3 years. But I think in an East like this, I think it's the right move.
Yeah.
To make that push. And also, yeah, they were having some struggles, and this could be, a culture shifting situation where it's like, okay, we've got Harden now. Let's step into a new sort of mindset here coming to the second half of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, Donovan Mitchell was aware that they've been trying to trade for Harden actually for a couple weeks, according to reports, and Mitchell was aware that it was happening. So I think the move was also kind of like this will help keep Donovan Mitchell around. Like we can now sign him to an extension because he wasn't going to prior to
Yeah,
this
because
trade.
Mitchell wanted Garland out, I think.
Oh, really?
There was a report that where like Mitchell pushed for this trade to happen because I don't think it was a case of like not liking playing with Garland anymore. I think he was just realizing it's not gonna work. Like we're not gonna win a chip like this. And if you're the Cleveland front office, who are you trying to keep more happy, Garland or Mitchell? It's gonna be Mitchell 10 times out of 10. So if this works out for them, Mitchell's a genius. If it is true that he wanted it to happen. But something did need to happen because they're currently 2 games behind on the Knicks and Celtics, and it's Katie has something to say, I can tell.
Oh, no. I was just waiting to say, if this works out for them, where would you rank them?
Yeah, we definitely
Guys,
gotta,
we got to hurry up. But guys, there's more trades. They also gave up Lonzo Ball to the Jazz. They had to give up 2 seconds in that deal as well. So unfortunate that Lonzo's value is that low. And then they also picked up Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder from the Kings, giving away DeAndre Hunter. To me, I think they needed guard depth. They didn't need wing depth because they have Jalen Tyson, Naquan Tomlin, Dean Wade, all these guys. And Hunter, I guess, just was the odd man out there. And they have guard depth now in Ellis and Schroeder. They played well in their first game back, so I liked it.
it's tough that they're selling low on him. They gave up, like he was a trade deadline acquisition for them.
Yeah, they didn't give up much to get him in the first place. So
I know, but I think they would have liked to get more for him. I understand why they did it. As you said, they have a logjam at that forward position, and they get some guard depth. But I do think they're selling low.
that sucks. All things considered now, is this trade news or should we rate them?
We'll rate them in a second. We have first time chatter bomb in our Twitch chat.
Yeah.
I know it's not. It
Where's
says,
the soundboard?
it's just I think it's a conspiracy at this point, but it says I think the Sixers are talking to the Clippers for Kawhi. I don't know how they make that happen, but apparently they're talking.
They're talking.
They're talking.
getting
According
Paul
to first
George
time
back?
chatter, T Wiz.
Paul George back to the
Podcast
Clippers.
Okay. We got inside sources here at Shutter Sports Media.
Anyway, where do we rank the Cavs?
I'm willing, bare minimum, to put them A. I really like this for them in terms of ring chasing because they needed to do something and they got probably the best player that's going to be traded in this trade deadline, knowing that Giannis probably isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I fully support that. I don't think it's the perfect trade deadline because I don't like the DeAndre Hunter selling for low on him, but I think this is a great deadline for them.
Yeah. I'm okay with A. It's cool. It's cool. And for what it's worth, if the Sixers get Kawhi, that's an S tier. That would be crazy. I could totally see him getting moved as well. But he's on my fantasy team, so I hope he doesn't.
So next up here, we've got the Sixers who are about to have Kawhi on their team. Pretty crazy.
Reportedly, he might have
Yeah.
Kawhi on the team.
And Austin's going to talk us through the deadline.
What they have done so far is trade away Jared McCain, a fan favorite for almost everyone in the league. But they did receive a haul of picks for him. So they got a 2026 first round pick from Houston. They traded him to the Thunder, if you didn't know. But the Thunder traded them Houston's first round pick, 2027 second round pick, the most favorable of OKC, Houston, Indianapolis, or Miami. 2028 second from Milwaukee and a 2028 second from OKC, just for Jared McCain. And as someone who wasn't getting minutes in that Sixers rotation, I think they got a very good haul from him for him.
Totally.
But he has a lot of potential, and this might be too soon to trade him away. But if he wasn't going to keep getting minutes, his stock would have just kept dropping and dropping, and you would have got less a while ago. So I see why they did it. I'm just...
No.
I think they got a good thing for him, but the prospect of Jared McCain being that good of a raw prospect is, I don't know, it doesn't sit too well with me knowing that he's.
I don't like it
on
at
OKC.
all because think about, first of all, he's a former lottery guy, right? Who's showed real promise last year, I think I heard at
He
the
was
beginning of the
rookie of the
season,
year.
exactly right, real promise, former lottery guy, and you're trading him for 2 second-round picks and a pick that's going to be in the 20s. So I think this the one which is the Rockets 2026.
Maybe.
The Rockets gave up the 2026, and that was what I was remembering. This is the yeah. And so when you look at it that way, when you're getting a 20 and let's say 2 40s for a guy who was former lottery,
It would be worthy of
With
like
real-
a top 10 pick in that year, probably.
yeah. And so I really don't like this move for them. I would have kept him and kept him developing. I understand if he was sort of unhappy there because of what had transpired, where he was such a great player last year and he's now in the G League. I understand why he would have wanted to be moved. But I don't think they got much back for him.
No. What they did it for, if I can chime in, was less so the draft capital. Obviously, you want a first is nice, even if it is in the 20s. But they did it so they could, get off that contract and upgrade Dominic Barlow, who's been starting for them. It's on two-way, into a full contract. So now Dominic can start for them the rest of the year. And also, they now have the money to re-sign Quentin Grimes, who's been important for them. So, it does hurt to sacrifice a guy like that for no player value in return. But they are also now not upgrading, but like keeping around some other key pieces on the roster.
True. They did also make another trade, which was just earlier on. It's a pretty much nothing trade. But the Sixers are trading Eric Gordon and a 2032 second round pick swap to the Memphis Grizzlies. This helps complete the Dominic Barlow two-way that you're talking about.
Oh, gotcha. When did that happen? Because I saw right now.
No, like half an hour ago.
Oh,
Like,
I
it
saw a
was
thing like.
before we went in here. Yeah.
Okay, I saw Sixers were trying to trade Eric Gordon, and I was like, oh my god, biggest news of the deadline.
Yeah, that was almost a nothing move, and it just helped the Barlow thing. But
Yeah.
it is good for them. I think in terms of ranking, I'm going to speed this up.
Yeah.
In terms of ranking, I think we have our first C.
Yeah.
In terms of just overall trade value, I think it is a C, but in the long term could be good for them, might not be good for them, who knows. But there's too much uncertainty around it where I'm putting it in the C.
I would put it D, but I'm happy with C as well.
Sure, C works.
Yeah, I don't think it was that bad. If they got a worse haul from McCain, I would have put this in D.
All right, time for my favorite team, the Toronto Raptors. And this is just a very much a meh deadline, I think. And I understand it. Like, it's a team that's overperforming. It's a team that I don't really know how they're overperforming in the way they are. It's a lot of, I think it's been a great Darko coaching job. But basically, the moves that they did make was that they received Chris Paul, sending Abaji and a second rounder to the Nets, and then the Clippers got this random guy's. It doesn't matter. This random guy's like draft rights, this European draft rights. So good to see him get moved. No. Yeah, the Raptors did that just to get under the salary tax. And so I understand it. Abaji showed promise last season, but this year he's been nothing. It's too bad that we have to tie a second round pick to him, but whatever. Second round picks, don't really care about those. And then the other trade that they did was getting
TJD.
Yes, Trace Jackson Davis, which is the center that they needed. But honestly, I don't even know how much game time he's going to get. I've never really been a great Trace Jackson Davis fan. He's one of those guys who I think got really hyped up because he was, decent and young on a team that is like the Lakers, the Warriors, they have more media coverage. And it's like, oh, Trace Jackson Davis averaging 7 points and 5 rebounds. Oh my God, as a 20-year-old. This season, he's been like 3-2. I think he's at most a bench big. Once again, you just gave up a second round pick for him, so not really anything.
Yeah. Cool. So what would you rate them?
B. I'd give it maybe C even if we don't want to like leave B so full. It's just meh.
I'm going with C as well. It's a whole lot of nothing, especially considering the entire trade deadline thing for the past 3 days has been consumed with Sabonis and how you guys were the front runners, and then it just dies out. I think that's disappointing, and he would have been good for you. So I also, so far, not being able to move Pirtle's contract or Quickly's contract doesn't do you a lot of help. So I'm saying C.
I would be very surprised if we were able to move Pirtle's contract. Quickly, I think Quickly is negative value, maybe even value. Pirtle is like so far in the negative.
The Grizzlies are reportedly willing to take on Pirtle's contract.
Willing, as in if we tie like 2 first-round picks with him?
Yeah,
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Gotta cross our fingers.
But I would not do that if I'm the Raptors. I think you just keep him and just wait.
Ride it out.
Yeah,
I hope he has
to.
a big like second half of the season and just get rid of him, and if he does come back, because he's got that lingering back problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So would you say D?
Yeah, I'm happy. Sorry, C.
C. C works. Moving on to the Heat, they have done nothing. As per usual, Pat Riley is.
He woke up from his nap and went back to sleep.
This guy has been. Can I say edging? This guy's been edging NBA fans for like 10 years. Maybe they trade for Ja in the next 7 minutes. I don't know.
You can say edging anytime.
I love how you said, "Can I say that?" And then without like anyone giving a response, just went, "He's been edging us."
I just went for it. Sorry, producer Katie. Let's move on to the Magic, who just made a trade.
You still have to grade them though.
The Heat, C, because they haven't done anything. No, F, because they never do anything, and their
I hate
team's
the
been
Heat,
mid
yeah,
forever.
give them an F.
They also like got rejected for Giannis a bunch of times. So yeah, put him in F.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, Orlando Magic.
Is that me?
That is Mr. Roberts.
Okay, here we go. So the Orlando Magic were just a part of the Tyus Jones deal. There may have been some in the past couple, like the last hour that I may have missed.
I don't think.
They haven't really
I
done
don't know.
anything. And so, yeah, they Tyus Jones to the Hornets, just getting cash. I don't know. They get off some salary here. I would probably give them a C. Not really doing anything. I think they're a squad that probably needed a little of an inflection of something. I don't know what deal that could have been. But they're sort of going into the All-Star break a little, like at 500, and this is a team that was expecting to be top 3 in the East this season, or at least that's where I had them. And so a little bit of disappointing, and I think they could have done with a Cavs type deal. Obviously, there's not always those type deals on the table, and so I think, yeah, C.
Yeah, I would have loved Harden to the Magic. I think that would have
Yeah.
been amazing. Like Suggs' contract would have worked in that deal. I think that would have helped their offense a lot. But alas,
I think, yeah, C's fine with me.
C works.
All right, we go on now to the Atlanta Hawks, who have been semi-busy. And they also kicked everything off by trading away Trae Young for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. I'm a huge fan of Kispert, but I'm going to I'll let Finn explain this one more because he's diehard Wizards and has more knowledge on these than me.
Yes. I'm very diehard Wizards. I mean, from a Wizards perspective, I was super happy with the deal. So I guess that would mean that the Hawks fans should be upset. But it just seems like the Trae Young era was kind of done. It's been sort of murky waters there for a couple of years now. And his play style, it has to be Trae Young's team, right? So when they decided that they wanted to sort of make it into Jalen Johnson's team, there was just no space for Trae Young anymore. They definitely wish they got more for him, considering he's like a multi-time All-Star, All-NBA guy. But Corey Kispert, I guess, has been solid shooting for them. CJ McCollum sucks. Hawks fans I've seen on Twitter have been so upset at CJ McCollum, and all I can think is like, I was thinking that for the entire first half of the season. CJ McCollum is such a bum.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, not a great trade for them. But they also made another move, trading Porzingis, and they got some assets back for that.
They did. They got a few back there. They've actually been involved in a lot. The Hawks. They've had a very busy. They've got Jock Landale as well. They traded with the Lakers. Sent Luke Kennard for Gabe Vincent in a second. That's honestly huge for the Lakers. I'll talk about that later because I have the Lakers. But just to speed it up, as the big one was the Hawks Wizards one and the Porzingis one as well, where they got the I can't say that, they got Kuminga.
You can say it, man.
I'm not calling him what I was gonna say.
I think everybody knows what you're gonna say.
Yeah, it's still not gonna come out of my mouth live on air. But
It's not gonna do what?
I'm sorry to our viewer. The Clippers are not trading Kawhi Leonard per Chris Haynes. Darn.
Yeah, but who's Chris Haynes? Do we really trust Chris Haynes over?
Twiz_3.
I like my boy T Wiz.
I like T
Yeah, me
Wiz.
too. Shout out to
Sam's made a friend with T Wiz in the comments. they've been chatting it up.
I
Sorry.
like the Porzingis trade for them. I like getting Kuminga, buying low on him. There was a chance where there was a lot higher value. So that deal I like a lot for him. The rest of their deadline, not so happy about. I think getting rid of Trae Young, it's like it was necessary, but it was just disappointing, right? Like you're disappointed. That's how it ends.
T-Wiz says, well, at least I was right about them calling.
You're very right. We have an insider source.
Yeah,
They knew more than us.
For the Hawks, see, I don't think it was terrible, but I don't think it was too good. I'm willing to go B, but
I
I
could
don't
go
think
B.
it was. I
Really?
don't think it was worse than C.
I was gonna say D with the Trae Young move, and I think they improved it a little bit with moving Porzingis for that. I would say a C.
I
I'm
like.
happy with C.
Yeah, I like the fact that they just got rid of an injury-prone Porzingis. Like he had a different type of energy on the Celtics. It was like the lost puppy being like picked up, because imagine going from Washington to the Celtics and then winning a championship. Like, you're going to play your heart out to try and do well and stay on that team. So no diss to the Wizards, lovely franchise. But yeah, so we'll put them C. That was the
Sounds good to me.
Word.
Next up, the Bulls.
Yeah, we've talked about
Enjoy,
the Bulls. Gosh, we could spend 2 hours just laughing at the Bulls. They've actually made good moves.
Sorry, T Wiz said sell the team at Sixers.
I wonder who T Wiz's favorite team is. Okay, Chicago Bulls. We've already talked about them actually a fair amount this podcast. But
T-Wiz says Sixers, ...
I think you guys got a shot this year. It's an open East, and if everything falls right for you, I think the Sixers could do well.
I don't think they get past the
T
top
Wiz is
four.
like part of the podcast.
Sam Bork says, trust the process, bro.
He's rage baiting his friend, bro.
That's so funny. Okay, Chicago Bulls. They have about 20 guards on their team. They just waived one. They waived Javon Carter. So now only 19 guards on their team.
Didn't they pick up McClung?
They also did pick up Mac McClung, yeah. So they waived Javon Carter so they could sign Mac McClung. They pick up Jaden Ivey, high potential guy. They flipped Saric. They got a second, I believe, to get Saric, and then they grabbed 2 more seconds in the Saric deal. So, getting some draft capital there. Some more high potential. Usman Jang they got. And some more flips. They flipped Dalen Terry for Gershon, I think, right?
Vasily, yeah.
Yeah. He might go back to Europe. I don't know.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I think right now it looks really terrible for them. It looks like they're not making any more moves, as it is 3:01. So the trade deadline is officially up. We'll see if any last-minute ones come through with news. But yeah, I think as of right now, they've initiated the process of like, okay, we're going young, just getting a bunch of guys, getting some draft capital from it. So I can't be mad, but it's also really, really funny, the roster right now.
It's very funny, but at least they're picking a space. Like, it's very clear, I think they're signaling here, we're tanking, right? Like,
Yeah.
we're finally going to really start this rebuild here, which I think this is the right choice for them. I do, like, I agree with you. Like, these trades are, like, a little bit mad. I like them getting off Kobe White.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Sorry.
Yeah.
They,
you wanna, yeah.
And Ayodasumu. Gosh,
Yeah.
there's so many guards, guys. I just forgot. Well, they got off Vucevic, of course, getting Simons back. They got off Ayodasumu, getting Rob Dillingham, and I think 4 second-rounders. Huge there. And then they didn't get a first-rounder for Kobe White, which I think they were hoping to get, which sucks. Should have traded him earlier. They didn't. Blows there, but yeah, sorry.
I don't think
probably
anybody
should've
wants to
mentioned
pay
those.
Kobe White. Like, he's one of those guys. Like I was saying, like I wouldn't want to be the one holding the bag, paying him a lot of money.
He's solid though. Last year he would have got a first for sure.
Yeah, but he had this. I don't know. Like last season, he would have had another year on a lower contract.
Yeah. What are you giggling about, buddy?
The comment section.
Yeah, the chat is going
The
crazy.
chat's going crazy.
It's just Sam and T Wiz.
It's Sam and T-Wiz talking about like the downfall of the Sixers.
Bringing up Kyle Lowry, like
Yeah,
Oh,
at least we
he's
have Kyle Lowry as our 7th guard, and then Sam goes, the man. So was that all the things the Bulls made?
Yes, I believe so. They flipped Mike Conley for, like I mentioned, Ousmane Dieng, and they have Colin Sexton now. So
Where are
Nice.
we gonna rank?
I think I would say B, because they're actually moving in a direction.
It's a B for Bulls standards of trade deadlines.
Yeah.
I put it in B. They clearly have a direction. They'll figure it out in the off season, I guess. They might just be blowing it up, but I don't know. I'm just really excited to see what they do. So I'm willing to put that B as well.
Cool. Now on to
The Charlotte Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously a part of that Kobe White deal, and you already know how I feel about Kobe White. So, but here's the thing: you're like, yes, I don't want to be the one paying him, but like you said, they also didn't give up anything for him. So you got Kobe White for free. Maybe he develops further. I'd be surprised if he does, but maybe he develops further on that squad. And even if not, he's a good, bench piece for them for the future. I still think the Hornets are missing that, main star, that North Star that'll win them. Like I think they have a good squad around them, but they're just missing the main guy. We'll see if somebody can develop into that. I like me some Brandon Miller. And then the other deal that they did was the Tyus Jones one. They got Tyus Jones from the Magic and then traded Tyus Jones to the Mavericks for Malachi Branham. Katie dropped the news for us on that one. And so the Mavericks get Branham, who's how old is Branham now? Is he? Because I was gonna call him a reclamation project, but maybe he's just too old to be that anymore.
he's not very good.
Yeah.
He did not play well for the Wizards. I'd say like 24.
So he's a guy.
Now, here's a guy.
Oh, he's 22. He's 22.
Oh.
He's only 22. Okay,
There's a chance,
so maybe
guys.
he is a reclamation project here, a former first rounder, and so yeah, they get rid of Tyus Jones for that, and so once again they're just collecting more young guys, and I think I'm gonna jump straight into the rankings so we can if you guys have any
Yeah.
Hornets
They also
takes, you
moved
guys,
Colin Sexton.
oh okay yeah
And they moved Mason Plumlee as well.
Yeah, I'd give this. Once again, this is another middling sort of trade deadline. I'd give them a B, just because they got Kobe White for free, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Got a fun guard rotation.
Yeah.
I work with B. It's cool. I'm excited to see what they do in the next couple
Yeah.
years.
The Milwaukee Bucks. This will be a very quick one. They did something, but it wasn't what people thought it would be. So everyone expected Giannis to go. They decided earlier today that they're just going to keep him. They have no pressure to sell him right now. He'll still play for them, but it will happen in the offseason if Giannis is going. But the trade they did make was with the Suns. The Bucks received Nick Richards and Nigel Hayes-Davis for Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey. A whole lot of nothing. It gives them defensive flexibility over guard scoring, I guess. But it doesn't excite me. I mean, the Bucks, they're in like no man's land right now. It's genuinely like, you know that picture of like the Bugatti in the like torn down house?
Yeah, that's
It's
Giannis.
that. Yeah, it's that. They have some things to get excited for. KPJ's been balling for them, but there's just not a lot.
Well,
here.
let's talk some Giannis here. Then.
We can talk some Giannis
Yeah,
because
sure.
Shams has been edging us.
So yeah, like, do you guys think? Because I didn't think he was gonna go to the Warriors. I didn't think he was gonna go to the Heat. I thought really the place that made most sense for Giannis was Portland. Obviously, Portland sort of has to be involved because they have two of their future firsts for the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Not he doesn't end up getting dealt, so I think maybe next season maybe we do see him go to the Warriors. I don't really know what the package would be now that Kuminga's gone.
We have something
We have a
to
deal
announce.
going on.
Oh, no, it's not a deal.
No, it's just that the Brooklyn Nets are waiving Cam Thomas.
Wow,
I know.
we're waiving him. He was on my fantasy team to start this year.
Same.
I was gonna sorry, I was gonna break it myself, but I figured I should let Katie know.
I had it open. I just was waiting. But yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Cam, you will love Boston. Very walkable
Yeah,
city.
there's your guard that you want
Yeah,
to pick
very
up.
walkable
Yes,
city, Cam Thomas, please. We have a roster spot for you. Josh Minot just got sacrificed for
Celtics
you,
selling
probably.
point is that it's walkable.
Yeah.
I was gonna
That's
say of all
what
the
that's what
things you
Wemby said.
could've
Did you not
said.
see that? They asked him about Boston, and he goes, "It's a nice city. It's very walkable." Oh, granted, he could probably get from end to end in 5 steps, but yeah, that's our selling point.
wonder
Definitely
if,
not the championships.
Great
Just,
college town.
true.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of places he could go. Magic could be fun.
The Bulls.
I think they need him. They don't have enough guard depth. Where are we on? The Bucks. Giannis.
Yeah, so I think in the offseason, I think we're definitely going to see. Do you guys think we're going to see Giannis right in the offseason?
Yes.
What's the percentage you'd put on that? You say no.
Dependent on the pick that they get, but like the Bucks are never going to move Giannis unless he's like trade me, right? And he's mentioned so many times that he loves the city and that he would only leave Milwaukee if it's like, you know, like he sees no other option out. And if they get a really good pick, like top 5, then that is like more than enough, I think, to convince Giannis to stick around.
I think they'd like need to do the like Cleveland Browns Myles Garrett thing where they have to sit him down, show him their plan for the future, and be like, "You fit into this. We just give us a couple years or something," and then because that's what Cleveland did with Myles Garrett and managed to get him to stay somehow. Granted, they probably lied to him. Cleveland is still terrible, but Giannis. There are exciting pieces on the Bucks. It's just putting it together. Like Kuzma's had a bit of a resurgence recently, which, you know, congrats to him. He was in Jason Tatum talks early in his career. Let's not forget that. But we can't just move. Well, we got to rank him first.
Yeah.
But then the Nets are next, where we can talk about Cam Thomas a bit more and whatever they've done.
I don't really need to.
Yeah. Bucks. I'm putting C or D. I just purely because they've got offered a lot for Giannis and they've still turned it down, and that one move they made just gave them a bit more defense. But I think I'm going to D or C.
I'd probably go S because of Nigel Hayes-Davis.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's your.
If we want to put one in D,
I think we have to put somebody in D.
let's do it.
sure.
The Show Sport Podcast first D of the day.
Yeah.
I love D.
Guys.
Let's get that D.
Wake up, get that D.
Yeah. Okay. So next up is the Nets. So yeah, they just waived Cam Thomas, which is I think is very interesting. I think he's like the perfect tank guy, but I guess they don't want that. So maybe Cam Thomas wanted to compete, which would be
Maybe.
interesting. Maybe that's why they cut him. But they did get the Abaji and a second rounder, which Abaji I think could be something maybe. So getting a young guy for basically nothing here. I think that's a good deal for them. And is there any other thing that they did this trade deadline? I don't think so.
I don't think so. No, MPJ is still around.
Yeah.
Probably got a lot of good offers for him, but I don't know. Maybe they just not enough. I like what I'm seeing from their team overall, so I'm not mad with them not trading anyone.
Yeah, I mean, this is very C, I feel like.
Tua says Cam Thomas to the Sixers would save the day for him. After he said he was going to check the flavor of bleach. So.
Oh, wow.
Tiwa's no.
Sorry, bro. He's on his way to Boston as we speak. I hate to tell you, bro.
Tiwa's
Thomas
his
saved
first
his
and
life.
last Shutter Sports stream.
Yeah, so I think this is very much C
Maybe we
category.
will re-sign Eric Gordon when he's released tomorrow. Is what I just saw from. Okay, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just
No,
found it
that's
really
fine. What do you guys think, rating wise?
C's fine.
Cool.
She's fine with me.
Didn't really do much.
Wizards here, Finn. Your team. You got your squad. Your favorite team.
Guys, I
Here we go about AD, bro.
genuinely, I mean, okay, so us three hosts here live together, right? I don't know if you were in the house or not, but I screamed very loudly
I was in that.
and pounded. I was pounding my desk.
Oh, that's what that was.
I was so freaking mad when we traded for AD. I'm a little less mad now. It's been growing on me.
Sam Bork in the chat says, I heard. Thought someone was at the door.
I wasn't home, but I wanted to get home really fast. I was with Clint when it happened. I wanted to get home really fast, and I'm like, Finn must be pissed because you were like steaming in the messages. You even tweeted about it.
I spent 2 hours sitting on my computer texting people back, tweeting, just thinking, pondering. I took calls. People called me to ask my opinions. I felt like Shams, man. I was just on the phone.
Because you're the only Wizards
spreading
fan.
info. I
Ever.
am the only one. I don't think I know a single other Wizards fan, unfortunately, other than YouTubers.
Joe House. Shout out Joe House.
Andrew Finichel as well. Okay. Let's actually give my thoughts on this Anthony Davis trade. First off, quick blurb about Trae Young. It's been a little while now, so I think a lot of people have already talked about it, but I think he's going to do fantastic around this young core. The fact that we got him for basically nothing, like CJ, obviously he's a bum. I told you guys that already. Corey Kispert wasn't really in the system anyways. Trae Young, really solid, really going to help his ball, his ability to create plays and pass the ball is going to be super helpful for our young guys. Anthony Davis, I'm not upset that I'm not upset about the contents of the Anthony Davis trade. I am more so upset that we did the trade in the first place because we won the trade. If you look at the assets we gave up for Anthony Davis, right? Chris Middleton, Marvin Bagley, who I like, but he's not that impactful. 2 late first round picks. 3 seconds, which we've been accumulating seconds just through minor trades throughout the years. And Malachi Branham, who literally the Mavericks just flipped, right? So they clearly didn't find him with any value. We won the trade. We got back Anthony Davis, top 10 player in the league when he's healthy, right? Mm-hmm. My issue with the trade is his salary is massive. It's going to completely hinder our ability to sign a superstar. B, the reason why I don't think Anthony Davis is the superstar for us is he's made of glass. Everybody knows that. He will realistically play 50 games next year, and he's going to be sitting around, and our coaches and our players and our GMs and all the fans are going to say, oh, just wait until AD is healthy. If he's healthy, we'll have a good playoff team. But it's never going to happen. And he's going to sit and waste space on our roster for 2 years, and nothing's going to happen, and we're going to end up either losing him for nothing or dumping him off for even less than what the Mavericks just dumped him off for. And C, we're ruining the team chemistry because Trae Young is a ball-dominant guard. That's fine. You can have another ball-dominant guard next to Alex Sarr and Keyshawn George. Anthony Davis is also ball-dominant, right? He is an offensive superstar. Yes. If he plays and we try to win, then he is taking away, A, all of the touches from our young players, and B, the team chemistry that we have. the reason why the OKC Thunder are so good right now is because they grew organically. They obviously got lucky with Shea, but they grew organically, and it's a bunch of guys who like each other. We've seen so many teams start off as a solid young core with good team chemistry, trade for a big superstar, and it ended up completely ruining the franchise and making it toxic. Kevin Durant and James Harden are the best examples of that. And I'm like deathly afraid that Anthony Davis is going to do that for us as well. There's my rant.
Can I zag a little bit here?
Yeah.
Because I just if you weren't a fan of them, and I understand like all of your worries, extremely valid. Every single point you made, completely understand. But think about it this way: you turned CJ McCollum and Chris Middleton
Yes.
with like some bad first round picks and second round picks into Trae Young and Anthony Davis.
Yes,
That's
we've won both those trades. for sure.
crazy value on your side, buying low on both of those guys. And even if you don't re-sign these guys, right? You're giving up some late first rounds and seconds to see next year if these guys can turn their careers around and be a playoff team. And if not, you don't have to re-sign them. Like Trae Young, I think, is done after this year.
They're both
After
up
next
for-
year.
Yeah.
Sorry,
They're both
Trae
up for
Young's-
extension.
Trae Young's done after next year, and Anthony Davis is done after 2 years from now.
Yeah.
So basically, you're giving them next year to say, hey, be a playoff team. And if you're not, don't re-sign them. If you re-sign them, these are horrible deals. If you re-sign Trae Young or Anthony Davis,
And it's for like $45 million a year.
and it's their max extension or whatever,
We're screwed.
I think these I would give it an F. But like for right now, I'd give it an S because
Yes.
I think for what you gave up, getting those two guys who are, you could argue, top 25 guys when they're healthy. Anthony Davis obviously better than Trae Young. I think that's incredible, and I do think there is a world, albeit very slim, that you guys are like a top 6 seed playoff team next year.
Yeah. And depending on the pick we get this year, because both
Yeah.
those guys are resting, we could easily have a young core that's really, really solid.
And I love Sar, and I love what you got going on. I do think it might. I agree with you. Like all your worries, like it's messing up the team chemistry. I get it, but it could also swing the other way and really work out for you.
It could. And I have to there's not really much you can do other than cross your fingers that they do work out.
And you gave up nothing. You gave up CJ McCollum, Chris
Yes,
Middleton, and
yes.
some 20th overall picks.
Yeah. I am very grateful for Will Dawkins, the fact that he was able to do that and not give up much, because there's a real chance where we give up like a Keyshawn, a Trey Johnson, a Bub Carrington even, or even a Sar for Anthony Davis, right? So if we had to trade one of those guys for AD or Trae Young, then I would have been really mad. But I'm happy we didn't have to give up much.
I want to make a side point that has completely nothing to do with the players. If you guys turn into a playoff team next year, you need new jerseys.
Yeah, you were saying
These
you don't like
jerseys
our
right
gold
now
ones?
are solidified with washed.
The gold ones especially are just like
You look at
beige.
Wizards jerseys, you look at any player, they lose a lot of like aura, and they all look good, feel good, play good. There's no way they're looking good in that jersey. This is a complete side note of just like
Can we
tomfoolery.
put the jerseys on the screen?
But,
Is that possible?
But I like they're not the worst jerseys, but it's the
Which
fact
one?
that like
The gold.
they've just been synonymous with like washed players for the past few years.
get it, yeah.
You've got to like do like new era, put in new jerseys, and then have them actually look better and meaner. Because like people look at the Wizards right now and see baby food. Especially in those gold jerseys. Oh my god, she's got it pulled up. They are
Mustard
terrible.
yellow.
The old ones looked really cool, and we tried to make a throwback.
the actual, because when you look up Wizards Gold and not 2026, it shows you the old ones, and they were like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what jerseys I loved? The Wizards cherry blossom jerseys from 2 years ago. They were like,
Any Washington
Pink
cherry
gradient.
blossom is so good.
yeah, they were like pink gradient. They looked amazing. That was back in the, I missed the Rui and Denny era. That was so fun. Back when Rui Hashimura and Denny Avdia were our young players.
Denny now has the best contract in the league.
I
Yeah.
know, man.
It's
I know.
great. He's like $10 million a year. That's insane.
Yeah. And he's given the Trailblazers a lot
Yeah.
when he plays.
Shout out Denny, man. Former Wizard. Love that guy.
Clint, we have no idea where Cam Thomas has gone yet, bro.
Where he go is such a funny way to ask that.
why haven't the Wizards put a wizard hat on the jersey?
like Fantasmic at Disney.
What about, doesn't G Wiz have a wizard hat?
Bro, G Wiz got shoved by Jackson Hayes. Did you see that? Jackson Hayes has been suspended for a game for shoving our mascot.
What goes through your head is like seeing the mascot of a bad team come through and be like, I'm gonna throw him into a bunch of cheerleaders. Like, what is your thought process?
The clip is so funny. He's like running with the flag, and all his fluff is like fluffing around, and he just
The guy in the suit must have been so mad because it's like you're just trying to do your job. You're getting paid way less than Jackson Hayes, and you just got rocked.
Oh, are you pulling it up? Show the viewers. This is I posted on my Instagram. This is the most important Wizards
I haven't
news of the
seen
day.
I haven't seen this yet.
Just got rocked. So funny. John Moran is not being traded.
Oh no, yeah, I was gonna confirm that
Jeez.
too. Actually,
Poor Jaw. They even lowered his value to try and get
Significantly.
him out. Yeah.
I think they're gonna try to rebuild his value, and I respect that from them because, yeah, I don't think they should sell on. I think he's still got something in him.
Multiple teams were intrigued by Morant's talent, but none were willing to make a serious offer. What, are they selling silly offers? Like,
Goofy offers.
we'll give you a bag of chips, bro.
Okay, let's finish the East here.
Yeah. What do you guys grade the Wizards? Because I would grade their trade deadline
I'm
as
going-
a C.
As a,
I would go S.
I was going to put them in S purely because where you were and where you're at now. I'm putting you in S,
Okay.
but I'm willing to small down to
If-
A.
let's-
If you
yeah,
genuinely
let's do
think
A.
Let's
AD
do
is
A.
that
Let's
bad.
do A.
Okay. I think you should be happy, Finn.
Okay.
Be
we're
a
gonna
little
make the
happy.
playoffs. So knock on wood.
Congrats on that first round exit to the Pistons next year, bro.
Let's move on to the
Last
Pacers.
one.
Alright,
Pacers, last in the
the
East.
Pacers. All right,
We're gonna fly
let's
through
go.
the West.
So honestly, it's just a Zubac trade that we were talking through. Gave up 2 firsts. That like really confusing first round pick.
This might be our
Mathurin,
first legit F.
Jackson, and a second round, and got Zubac, Kobe Brown. They get a top center, but it means absolutely nothing for this year. It's all in the future and how well he pairs with Halliburton. So what are we thinking?
Yeah. I would
Depending
give
on-
F. I really
yeah.
didn't. I didn't like that trade from them at all. I think if it was me, I would rather keep don't even think about the first round pick. Why am I forgetting what his name? The Canadian guy that they traded for
Mathurin.
Zubac. I would rather keep Benedict Mathurin than have Visa Zubac on the Pacers. I
feel-
really don't know.
I like-
Obviously, they needed a center. I understand that, but I think talent-wise, I think Benedict Mathurin can give you more. I just don't like
Wow.
Zubac.
I think
Wow.
I like Zubac enough, but I think it is a wee bit of an overpay. I'm not willing to put it in F. I don't think it's that bad.
And then you also toss in a first-round pick.
2 firsts actually. It's two firsts, a second rounder, and then Mathurin.
Wait,
and
what are the
Jackson.
two first?
It's
their own
the
2031?
1 to 4 protected.
I thought the 31 was only if it doesn't convey.
No,
or
there was
whatever.
another first in there as well.
Oh Jesus!
But it's a late one. It's like 2031 or
Yeah.
2032.
Gosh,
No, that's a bad
Lucky,
trade.
You really don't like.
No, I
Victor
don't like
Zubac,
this trade
eh?
at all.
I want to put
He's like
it
a top
in.
5 center in the league, man.
Top 5 center? Do not say that, Finn.
Yeah, he's. Yeah, I feel
No,
like He's one of the best
no.
defensive centers in the league.
Zubac he's very good.
Averages like 15
Top
and 10.
5 center, Finn.
Name 5 centers better than him.
Huh?
Okay, hold on.
Embiid, Jokic,
Towns, Wemby,
Towns, Wemby.
Shengun, I guess.
There's-
Maybe he's not
I-
top 5, but
He's top
consistently
10
top 10.
easily,
Sorry,
yeah.
Katie's been wanting to tell us something.
Finn, I just wanted to tell you that they're making fun of you in the chat.
Who are?
They said
T Wiz?
no. Well,
Our loyal fan
no,
T Wiz
no,
is
no,
making
no.
fun of me? Oh.
Well,
Sadness.
he's making fun of the jerseys. He said a 12-year-old could come up with better jerseys than what they have now. But then Clint said most optimistic Wizard fan, and then Sam said for real.
No. Tell him what you said.
I said only Wizards fan. And then Sam said for real, bro got 2 All-Stars for a bag of chips and couldn't be more upset.
Yeah. Ivica Zubac averaged 17 and 12.6 rebounds per game last year, finishing on all defensive second team. He's good. He's really good.
You know what? I'll join you, Lucky. I'll slap it on F. I was gonna put it on D anyway.
Wow.
I'll slap it on F.
Wow. I mean, for me at least, depending on the protections on that first,
This.
I might give the Pacers an A or B.
Wow.
But we can settle on like
if you want
C
to go
or
to D,
I think we can-
I'm
we
cool
can
with
settle on
D,
D.
just
Sure.
because we don't have enough guys in D.
I think purely just this also relies on Halliburton being the same player he was coming back from an Achilles injury. If he's not the same player he was, that Pacers team isn't successful again. they had like Halliburton was so good. They had people accusing him of like black magic in the playoffs. Like, if he isn't that player anymore, which is a genuine concern, it's an Achilles injury. Like, who knows? He could either be the same player or a shell of his former self and just a really fun, happy guy.
It's true.
Okay.
Should we move into the Western Conference, guys?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. OKC Thunder.
Finish the show, right?
Didn't really do much. All they grabbed was, well, Jared McCain. Like we've talked about Jared McCain already. Although it was a relatively small move, and Jared McCain's had a slow start to the year, I think he has great potential. We've seen firsthand that, especially without Shea right now, they have a very small amount of guard depth. So I think Jared McCain. Did you Euro step your water bottle? What was that?
No,
I just saw you go, like,
it makes noise every time I close
Yeah,
it. And
and
Katie keeps like giving me crazy like scowls every time I close
have a
it.
cough button for a reason. You can turn off your mic, like,
Yeah, but I put it away from the mic for convenience.
and I can still hear it.
Womp womp.
bro hit the. Anyways, they also traded for Mason Plumlee, who I think could be a good backup big if the big Jalen Williams doesn't work out for some reason.
Clint just said you two should box.
I agree.
I think he sat on the opposite side of the room for a reason.
Yeah, they're as far as they can be away from each other.
with a computer and electronics in the way to stop it.
Okay, I would give the Thunder like a B. They made some upgrades to their depth, and Jang wasn't a part of their rotation anyway. So
I like them getting McCain.
I was gonna put him in A.
I could put him in A too.
Yeah?
I was gonna put him in
Yeah.
A.
Okay, let's do it.
I liked what they did. They got better. A team that is like you look at it and it's like hard to make them better, and they managed to do it. I like it.
they had the draft capital to lose as
yeah,
well.
they did.
So all right.
Yeah, we were sticking them in A. Spurs time.
Yeah, Spurs time. I don't think they made a move. So I think we could just slap this. I don't think they needed to make a move either. I think their team's pretty solid, and they're a good young team who I could easily see in the finals. I could see them winning a championship depending on health and stuff. So didn't need to make a move. Didn't make a move. We could put this in S. We could put this in C. I could put this anywhere except for D and F. What do you guys think?
C. I feel like C is
Sure.
fine. Didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really excited to see playoff Wemby. I hope, knock on wood, he doesn't get injured.
Yeah. C's fine with me as well.
Cool.
Okay. Next is the Nuggets, who woke up at the end. Well, I say woke up. They didn't do a lot. They gave Hunter Tyson and a 2032 second round pick and got a lesser favorable of a Clippers Hawks 2026 second. What are we thinking on this? I'm just... It's one of those that you will forget about the second you stop saying it.
Hunter Tyson. I didn't even know this happened. Hunter Tyson for who?
And a 2032 second for a 2026 second. But it's a lesser favorable of Clipper Hawks.
So they basically just wanted an extra pick this year.
Yeah.
For Tyson. Cool. Darn. Hunter Tyson gone.
I'm sticking this C or D. I don't care too much.
The Hunter Tyson era is over.
In Denver. Hey, he did have some fun starting games there when they were like super injured. But yeah, like D.
Yeah, I'm going to put this in D because they didn't do anything, and then out of the blue, trade deadline day, they did that, and it's like, okay, well, they didn't need to do much, but it's like, what are we doing here? Because they just got really unfortunate for that period of time when Jokic was out, and then Valanciunas immediately got hurt, so they had like no center depth.
Yeah. And there was a time when they were starting like no Jabal either. It was like Jalen Pickett, Bruce Brown, Peyton Watson, Deron Holmes was their starting center, and Hunter Tyson was their starting four.
Which one of them put like when they're like completely like outgunned and they won a game? And then they put it on their like LinkedIn. They're like, "I'm so proud of this squad." It shows
Spencer
with,
Jones.
Yeah, it shows with teamwork that you can do anything.
Spencer
Like,
Jones is the active LinkedIn user of the NBA.
Yeah, the
So
guy
funny.
who hurt Jokic. He's posting on LinkedIn to save his job. He's yeah, I'm putting this in D. If anyone wants to.
Sure. Moving on again. Houston Rockets did not do anything. One of three teams only that didn't make a move this trade deadline. So the Heat, the Spurs, and the Rockets were the only three teams that didn't do anything. Darn, I guess. I don't know. I think it's kind of sort of the same thing. Rockets are a solid team. Had some struggles of late, but I think that their defense will help them out. And next year, I think when Van Vliet's back, they'll be a really, really good contender.
Yeah.
Minnesota is next.
Yeah, so the Timberwolves.
But we didn't rank them. We didn't rank them.
Oh,
we didn't
yeah,
rank
yeah,
'em.
sorry.
Yeah.
C again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say C. They didn't do
Finally.
anything. Yeah.
Minnesota.
So the Timberwolves, I'm just looking through it. So the first trade that they made, they got off the Conley contract, which was a part of the Jaden Ivey trade. I think they ended up giving up a pick swap in that. And was Sarge on their team? Or nah, it doesn't matter.
No.
Basically, yeah, they just got off the Conley contract to for cap reasons. And whatever, I think that's a fine deal. And then they were a part of the Dillingham. I don't have this on my because it happened while I was writing. I need to find that. What was the Dillingham trade?
It was Dillingham and 4 seconds, I believe, for Ayo Dosunmu and Leonard Miller.
Okay. And so, yeah, so they get off of Dillingham, who sort of hasn't really ever worked out there, and so there's. I think Dosunmu is a good guard for them, right? And they obviously needed a guard to. They're sort of one step below the Rockets, Spurs, and Nuggets. I feel like in the West, and even the Thunder, and so I think making this move, getting that lead guard so that Anthony Edwards can play a little bit more off ball and stuff, is something that was necessary, and I think that probably puts them a lot closer to that group of teams. We'll see how they play after the All-Star break. So I'm pretty happy with that move. They gave up some seconds for it. Dillingham wasn't doing anything for them anyway. And it's been a couple of years where I'm willing to give up on him a little bit. I know you were a big fan, Finn.
I had him going number 2 in his draft class, in my mock draft. Glad we
make
picked
mistakes.
Sar instead that year.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this trade deadline for them. I'd give it a or B. I give it.
Yeah. I go A.
Well,
Let's go A.
I like
Let's go A.
Ayo a lot.
Yeah.
I think when he's in a market like Minnesota that actually has a popular player.
Q Austin. Minnesota.
Minnesota. I did the old man voice of it in there, like it was in there. Yeah, is it my turn? All right. So I think it's the Lakers next, right?
Yes.
I'm not. Okay. They made one trade. They received Luke Kennard, and they send Gabe Vincent and a 2032 second round pick. So they just get a pure shooting upgrade for playoff spacing. It's decent for them. I like it. There's not a lot that the Lakers need, or I think could do, without giving up a crucial piece. So shipping away Gabe Vincent, who only decided to show up in his NBA career against the Celtics. I think that's fine. I'm willing to put this in B or A. I think it's just an upgrade for them, and they didn't lose anything crazy other than the 2032 second and Gabe Vincent.
Yeah.
I like
Gabe
Kennard
Vincent
enough
was. Although JJ Redick would love to have 11 Gabe Vincents. Have you guys seen that? I think Gabe Vincent's
What a squad that
value
would
is-
be.
Guys, breaking news. T-Wiz says, well, my entertaining hours are over. Thanks for all the laughs, guys and gal. Y'all have a good one. I'll give you a follow. I'll be back.
Follow on
Oh,
Instagram
hello,
and
T-Wiz.
like Twitter and everything else, please.
Thank you,
It's the same.
T-Wiz. I
Thanks,
wish you the
We
best
love you.
with the 76ers.
Yeah.
At Shutter Sports Media on
Yeah.
Instagram.
We'll see you. We'll see you in our next stream. He asked if we do NFL streams, so we'll start doing
We
some.
do. We'll go and we'll talk about
Post Super
Jalen
Bowl.
Hurts.
Post Super Bowl podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to.
Live react.
Yeah, we could.
Live reaction.
There'd be like 20 of us in it. It's like
Every play.
we have a Super Bowl party, so that would be an interesting live stream.
You just said I'll be back for
For
NFL, draft.
Yeah. Yes.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, a live draft stream would be fun.
So are you an Eagles fan? Sorry, if
He
he's
is,
still
he
here.
is,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
You mentioned it earlier.
Eagles fan.
So who are we on now here?
The Phoenix Suns with Finn.
Sorry, where'd you
Yes.
put the Lakers?
Oh yeah, we should rank
It
them.
was-
You said B.
I think it was B. I
B?
think we said
Yeah,
it
B's
was
good. B's good.
Because it wasn't crazy, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah. I'd also like to mention that Luke Kennard, like every time he gets traded, the packages for way less than I think his value is. I don't know.
The
NBA
GMs
teams
must not like
him.
Kennard, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Because he
don't like
keeps
Kennard.
getting moved. He's gotten traded from Detroit to the Clippers, Clippers to Memphis, Memphis to Atlanta, and now Atlanta to LA.
Toss him around more times than a blunt. Wow.
Literally. Okay, let's move on to the Phoenix Suns, who also didn't do much. The only trade they did make was moving Nigel Hayes Davis and Nick Richards, who neither of which were in the rotation, for Amir Coffey and Cole Anthony. So I think Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey both kind of fit the mold of the Suns, where it's like a bunch of players who weren't necessarily considered rotation guys anymore, but maybe have the chance to turn around their careers, right? Like Dylan Brooks, Royce O'Neal, Grayson Allen. Anyways, you guys know the Suns, right? They're a bunch of misfits, right, that have all come together to play well. I think Cole Anthony could definitely be a part of that, and I think Amir Coffey, I've loved his whole career. He's just been a really solid 3-and-D guy. So I don't know. There's a chance. There's a chance that those two guys end up sneaking into the rotation come playoff time. And Nigel Hayes Davis, I actually think has a lot of potential. I think he's really nice. So I don't know. Where did he go? The Bucks?
Yes.
Maybe Milwaukee loves him. They didn't. Giannis is still on the team. They paired him with Nigel Hayes Davis. Could be a big year.
The greatest duo we've ever seen.
Yeah, I really like this deal for the Suns. Like you said, I think Cole Anthony is very much a Suns player, and he's a guy who's in the past has been very productive. Did he average 20 in a season one year with the Magic?
Close.
I think
Close
he
to
got,
it.
I think it was like 18.
And he's not super old, so I do think they get the best player in this deal. And Amir Coffey can also be a rotation guy, and so I like this deal a lot for them.
Yeah, 16.3 points per game in his second year. Impressive.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to rate them? Like a B? Because it also wasn't much of an upgrade.
I'd put it a B.
I'd put B as well.
Cool. Let's do B. And now we move on to GSW. Big trade for them. Also
Golden
big disappointment.
State Yeah.
Say his nickname.
Say whose nickname? the Kuminga guy.
Yeah. Say his nickname, Lucky.
Well, I sure. The cum bucket got traded. I gave Katie ample time. I don't know if you have like a mute my mic if you wanted to.
You control the audio. It's right in front of you.
It's right in front of me.
He turns himself off.
Yeah. Mute all your mics and just
Isolate cum bucket.
I don't understand what the Warriors are doing here. Like, okay, well I understand it. I just don't agree with it. The Porzingis trade is getting a guy. I think Porzingis will work well with Curry and surrounding Curry. He's a shooter. He can protect the rim when he's healthy, which is very important here. He's also an aging guy, so you have to keep that in mind. His contract is not the greatest. And you're giving up on a guy, Kuminga, who is much younger, has much more upside, I feel like. I'd love this trade for Atlanta getting to Kuminga. He's also a guy who you're going to have to pay. And so that's the big question. I think I really like it for Atlanta if they keep him on a $20 million, $25 million deal. If they go over that, you sort of get declining value. But we'll see how that contract goes for them. For the Warriors, I don't know why. Like I think Curry wants to compete. That's obvious. You have to make some sort of trade. But I wouldn't have given up on Kuminga, and you're also giving up Buddy Hield for Porzingis, who's probably going to just replicate their production.
Yeah.
The question is, what Porzingis are they getting? Because there are very different Porzingises that they can get. They can either get the Celtics championship Porzingis, who was very good, or they can get
The Mavericks Porzingis.
The
Atlanta Porzingis.
Wizards Porzingis. Actually, no.
Wizards-
He was good. He was
great.
good. Yeah, he was
Don't you
great.
dare
Right.
disrespect
I don't even think he was that bad on
Porzingis.
the Mavericks.
He
Had some good
but
seasons.
He was just,
just
like
never
super
plays.
injury prone
Yeah.
and
he
never
just-
really.
He never plays,
Yeah.
and he has
Much of the
that
potential.
He had that like condition thing in the in like last year's playoffs that just caused him to like
His long.
not play a lot of
yeah.
minutes. I'll search up exactly what it is.
No.
Yeah, I would put them. Did they make any more deals?
Oh, he had Potts.
Oh yes, they made the Trace Jackson Davis trade with the Raptors getting second round pick. Doesn't
Right.
really matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would put them in D. I don't like that trade for them.
No. The good thing is, I will mention, Porzingis is expiring. No player option, nothing after this year. So
He'll go wherever he wants.
yeah, the Warriors have the option to extend him for less if he plays bad, or just be done with him. But obviously,
But if they're
yeah,
done with
Kuminga
him,
has
then
a
they
lot of
lost
potential.
Kuminga for
Yeah.
for
Could
nothing.
be a sign and trade guy as well.
Yeah,
Right.
could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. D, you said?
Yeah.
I could go D because they didn't get any of the guys they wanted. Like they were trying for
Yeah.
Markkanen, JJJ, I think Sabonis, obviously Giannis, all these guys, and they had to settle for
Yeah.
KP.
The
so.
outside factors make it that. If there wasn't many outside factors and they just ended up getting Porzingis as their only move, I would put it like C. Because a healthy Porzingis is very good.
Yes.
All right, Clippers time. It's just circling back to that Harden trade, which we covered a bit ago. For the Clippers themselves, if you weren't here with us earlier, it was Garland and a 2026 second for James Harden. I don't mind it, just purely because you get an age reset at point guard. You get the 10-year younger guard. You don't fully sacrifice star power. Granted, Harden is and probably will always be a better player than Darius Garland. However, he is an all-star caliber type of player. Bit of a cone on defense, but you have Kawhi Leonard, one of the best defenders ever on that squad. So if they're able to mitigate Garland's defensive not even prowess, liability, then I think it can be good for them. They did, and then they also did ship off Zubac. So, I think that it's a case of, are they trying to blow it up or not? I'm really confused at what the Clippers are trying to fully do, but I think they're just putting themselves in that middle area and waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
For them, I'm going to put them in about a C or B just because of the return they got for Zubac is
Solid.
is very good for them and sets them up for the future, considering Garland is young. Kawhi is getting old and still being investigated, I think.
Probably, yeah.
But I think they should be fine. And yeah, I'm going to put it in C or B ish.
Yeah. I saw a rumor that they want to sort of clear their current core by 2027. So
Well, so they're once they reach 2029, that's when they have their own first round picks. So 2020. So this year they don't have it. 2027 is a pick swap with OKC. And then 2028 they don't have. I think it's also in OKC. So really they need to compete through 2028.
Man.
To actually own their own first round picks. I think Garland allows them to do that.
yeah. I mean, what are the odds we see Kawhi to OKC and so the Clippers can get their own picks back? Like, that's something that could
possible.
happen.
It is. Because Kawhi is still proven that he's got a lot in the tank and is, on his day, still one of the best players in the NBA.
But do you think 3 Clippers first round picks, which the Clippers are going to be, like I think that with Kawhi and with Garland, even though they did get rid of Zubac, but I don't think I hate Zubac. I'm joking. They're not going to be. They're going to be in like the 10 to 20 range, I think, for these next 3 seasons with these guys, with their picks. Do you think that's more valuable than Kawhi for the OKC Thunder? Just because, like, theoretically, the Thunder could, like, those could be top 5 picks if Kawhi is injured for a whole season. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and contract-wise, like, Kawhi's a lot to burden, and the Thunder are already, worrying about extending people, so maybe it's not realistic, but I just thought that would be a
no,
good
I think
idea.
that's a good point. Like, I think that could happen.
Yeah. So what would you guys say for Clippers?
I like B.
I like
Austin
B.
said, yeah.
Just, it's not the best, but they didn't get fleeced in anything.
Cool. In the essence of time, because we only have 16 minutes and still one big trade to talk about, Portland Trailblazers only traded Duop Reith for Vit Krejci. Biggest deal of the deadline.
Huge.
I'd give him like a C. They didn't really do
Does
anything.
nothing for anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm happy with C.
Trailblazers in C. Let's go to the Grizzlies.
So this is the big trade Finn was talking about. So they got rid of Triple J, and in return Let me just pull up. I want to make sure I get. There was like 8 players in
There was
So
a
many
lot in
players.
return.
So yeah, the Grizzlies got Kyle Anderson, Walter Clayton Jr., Taylor Hendricks, George Niang, and then 3 lame-ish firsts. One of them I think was better than the others. The Jazz got Triple J, John Conchar, Jock Landale, who got flipped, and Vince Williams Jr. For the Grizzlies in particular, I like it a lot. I think Triple J, as good as he is on defense, as good as he can be as a shooter sometimes, I think it was the right move. I think it was very clearly done in Memphis, and I don't think his value would have gotten better if they kept him long term. And so I think selling him, obviously the first round picks aren't as good as you would have liked, but signaling a full reset and really getting on with, getting rid of Ja or rebuilding Ja's value, tanking, getting some good picks. I think that's what they needed to do because the West is too stacked and their team was never going to get good enough in its current form. So I like the trade for them. I would have liked to see more from Triple J, so maybe I'm holding back a little bit. But I would have put it B maybe. What do you guys think about the trade?
I think, yeah, I agree with you. They had to give up JJJ. I'm more intrigued by the fact that they reported that they want to build around Cedric Coward and Zach Edey now.
I saw that.
Like that's their core of the future, apparently.
I get Coward more than like Edey. I think
I
is
don't know,
sort
they're
of
both like okay. They're not like a superstar young core you want to build
Yeah.
around.
I'm just saying like I think Coward has more upside than Edey. Is
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying.
sure.
But yeah, I agree with you. But I think that's the cupboard's sort of bare for them. They have to fully reset. Yeah.
Yeah. They have as many first rounders as the Thunder do in the next few years. So they're stacked with draft capital. Their fun team based style of play could be
And they can still get more
benefited.
from Ja.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
They
sure.
can still get more first round picks.
Because Ja is a first round caliber player. Like as much as he has been hurt and he has his off the court problems, he is a very good player in a system that suits him well. And if he can get back into a system that lets him play like the old Ja we saw, it works. And you'll get your money's worth easily, or picks worth, I guess.
You said B?
Yeah.
You want to rate him at B? I'd give him that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
They had to make the move. They got some decent assets.
Yeah, and I do like some of the players. I like getting Walter Clayton, Taylor Hendricks, Kyle Anderson. Those are rotation guys that maybe they could flip even further in Kyle Anderson's case. Yeah. Anyway, next up is the Mavs.
So they made that huge Wizards trade that we spent a while talking about.
I spent
so
a
we
while
can-
talking about it.
So we can kind of brush past that, and they did arguably lose that trade considering AD was a part of that Luka trade, and AD played less games for the Mavs than Rajon Rondo did.
Wow.
That's my one big stat from StatMuse, and that's abysmal. But they have future in Cooper Flag. Najee Marshall's doing well for them right now. It's okay because they're just gearing up for the future now. They got not the best first round picks from the Wizards, but it is first round picks nonetheless. Talent can come from anywhere. It can come from the second somehow.
Yeah.
And then they also managed to add D'Angelo Russell. Oh no, they sent
They sent
D'Angelo
him
Russell.
away.
Sorry,
He's-
they sent him away.
D'Angelo Russell's with us now.
I forgot about that.
Unfortunately.
AD cannot get away from D'Angelo Russell. He's been with him for like 3-4 teams. But I just don't like the fact that you now have Chris Middleton, who should have gave up basketball about 2 years ago. But hey, you've got Marvin Bagley, who I know Finn really likes. AJ Johnson, I saw a few Wizards fans were really sad to see him go.
Yeah, he's really, really high potential. Great athlete. I don't know. Doesn't make smart decisions right now, but if he starts to play within a system, he could be really good.
I'm going to put this D-ish.
I like D as well
Yeah.
because it's a similar situation to Trae Young. Obviously the Hawks made some other deals this deadline that moved their thing up, but it's just like so disappointing. Like it's just so sad just to let him go for. You gave up Luka Doncic for 3 20th overall picks
And Marvin Bagley.
and Marvin Bagley. Like
I-
Marvin Bagley, he's been good this season.
he has
but
been good, but yeah, it's Marvin Bagley.
It's so So sad, so disappointing. I think you have to put it in D at least.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel for Cooper Flagwell, not for his stats, because he gets the ball hog now. But you feel for him because he got drafted to a team that had AD on it. Like, that was a decent upside.
Yeah,
if
now
AD
what are they going
could
to do
stay
with
healthy.
Kyrie? Are they going to keep him?
They're going to try and trade him, I think I saw.
In the offseason?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to play this year. I think he's too old to have that, like, chance recovery.
And he doesn't fit their timeline anymore.
No. So keep him out the entire year, trade him for hopefully more picks, see what people are willing to give up for Kyrie off of an Achilles. Was it an Achilles or an ACL?
ACL, I think. I believe.
Or something.
I'll look it up really quickly.
Yeah. I
But,
think it was Achilles because there was a lot.
But we're going with D?
Yeah, easily.
I'm cool with that. Torn left ACL.
Oh.
Yeah. One positive thing for them is they did just get Tyus Jones, who will be a really good distributor for Cooper. But yeah, terrible. You just feel for Mavericks fans. Very sorry, everyone.
Awful year for them. Just
Okay. From the Jazz side of that JJJ trade with the Grizzlies, wasn't expecting the Jazz to be suitors for a player like JJJ, especially their forward depth. But I'm actually pretty happy with them making this move. It was very obviously like a win now. What is going on?
It's it's very aesthetic. Our
Like
tier
he's
list?
just whispering to me, I love how even our tier list is.
our tier list is so aesthetic. We have equal parts.
It
A
is
and B,
actually.
and then B and C.
we
are
need to
all-
put
put
someone
one-
in
yeah,
S,
put
but I
one
think our
person in
chance,
S.
our chance to put someone in
One in
S
S?
left.
We'll review it at the end and see if you want to move
Sure.
anything if we have
Okay.
time.
We
But
got 8
in order
minutes.
for that, yeah, you got to hurry up.
Okay. Good for us. The Kings and Pels didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Where was I? Oh yeah, this is very much a win now move. They've been in rumors to trade Lauri Markkanen for years and years and years now, and they kept him and kept him and kept him because I guess they believed that they could put something together on the fly instead of just trying to rebuild, and it ended up working. It took sitting Lauri Markkanen for like half the year, even when he probably wasn't injured, just to tank. But they got JJJ. They have a massive defensive front court now with Markkanen, JJJ at the 4, and then probably either Filipowski or Kessler at the 5.
Probably Kessler.
And then they have Filipowski off the bench and Nurkic off the bench right now as well. So really, really big, really great defensively. I think having good rebounders will help out JJJ because he's not a very good rebounder. And now they can put Keontae George and Collier and the rest of that young squad around, and Ace Bailey around JJJ. And I think the question here for you guys is that enough to compete in the West?
They're still
Not in the
missing
West.
they're still missing their main guy. They're still missing their A1 superstar. I think Markkanen as a B superstar, as your number 2 is amazing. But you need to find that. And maybe like Ace Bailey develops into that. Maybe you have a guy who develops, maybe your draft pick this year develops into that. But that's why I I think the Wizards and the Jazz were in very similar situations. They were buying as really bad teams. But I like what you guys did a lot more because I think Trae Young and Anthony Davis are a lot more valuable and a lot better as players at their peaks when they're healthy at their best than Triple J is.
Yeah, that's true.
But I do
was
like
gonna
I
say
do like
them.
it. I like their front court. I like what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I like what you guys did better.
I was gonna say I like that the Jazz played it safe just in case. Because what if they get a Darren Peterson? He ends up being that 1A. But at the end of the day, that's
fair.
up to luck, right? So
That is fair.
Yeah, it's there's luck on both sides. But I totally agree. I don't know. What do you think, Austin?
Yeah, it's honestly the same as Lucky. That I like Markkanen. They're just missing that one guy because it's been proven time and time again. You need that superstar to win the championship. You can't just get by on a decently all around good team. They need it. Question is, who is that going to be? They have to wait for someone to get available.
Yeah.
They're not going to be in the market for Giannis, I don't believe. So, and I don't think they have enough to give for Giannis unless they're willing to ship away their future in Ace Bailey. Oh, what are you gonna?
Well, no, so you'll have to rank them very quickly. But
Yeah.
some random first-time chatter says Tatum sucks, Murray better. So
Damn.
you probably know them.
Austin, what are you gonna say?
I'm sure you know them.
It's Hannah.
Okay, anyway, Jazz, where are we putting them?
I want to say A. It's up to you guys, but
I'm happy with that for sure.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
we're gonna have no S tier.
I know. It's too sad.
Um,
Tell the
Pels.
Pelicans here, yes. Let me just open up my notes here.
Did they do anything other than give away Alvarado?
I think it was just the Alvarado trade. So they got Dale and Terry in for Alvarado, and they got 2 seconds as well. Basically a nothing. Zion, obviously, I think they would like to trade him, but nobody knows what his value is. Nobody knows what his health is.
I saw something where they don't want to trade Zion.
Really?
They're like happy with their
Zion
core
and
or whatever.
They're happy with their like core right now. They don't want to trade any of them.
Is Zion their core?
I would like to think so.
Do they have a core?
Derek Queen.
I don't know.
I don't know. They have like 2 different timelines going on.
That
right
makes
now.
me feel worse about their offseason if that's what they're happy about. If they're happy with this squad. I would be looking for a Zion trade, but obviously I don't think people are willing to give much for him. But yeah, getting a young guy in Dale and Terry who maybe can turn his stuff around in some second-round picks, I think that's fine. I think that's cool. I'd give it a C or a B.
Yeah, we can go.
Let's
What
C because it's not really.
What makes it
impactful.
more aesthetic though?
No, either way, it's not aesthetic.
It ruins the.
We've ruined it.
Just wait, bro.
I
that's
mean,
gonna be.
if we move the Kings, maybe
because the
yeah.
Kings will be C. I'm telling you that now.
Okay, then we'll put the Pels at B.
How's it be, guys? Here
You're
we
trying to
go.
make it look
'Cause-
nice.
Just trying to make it look nice.
The Kings, they received DeAndre Hunter, sent away Keon Ellis. It's a whole lot of nothing.
And
It
sure,
was in a 3-team trade.
they also flipped Saric.
They did. Not a lot. Either way. I wouldn't put it C. There's not a lot to talk about here. The Kings. I saw someone pretend to be the Beam on Twitter saying, "Just sell me as well." And yeah, the Kings will. I genuinely believe will be forever chasing that like playoff run they had. Like just
The one season.
you know that like
The
video.
one good
Yeah,
season.
you know that video of the like guy like giving the dog a sip of root beer and the dog's like, it's like they'll forever be chasing that feeling that a dog has of that Dr. Pepper. It's will they ever get there? Who knows? But yeah, I just want to put it in C for aesthetics. But if you guys have other ideas, I'm willing to listen.
No, I mean I have no really. It's yeah.
No strong
think,
feelings over it.
Yeah. C works. There's not really much to say. It sucks that they didn't give up any of their guys. Like Sabonis still there, Monk's still there, Levine's
Yeah,
still
they
there, DeRozan's
they
still there.
hoarded Sabonis because they were trying to fleece the Raptors for a first. And
Do we want to move the Cavs up to S?
I want to move the Wizards up to S.
I
Low-key.
just can't.
Let's move the Cavs up because Finn's
can't
striking
do
his
it.
feet
Yeah, we
about
can
it.
move the Cavs up just because it makes them like a serious
Oh, the aesthetics. Oh,
championship contender. Oh my lord!
Talk about the
Katie, do you want to
comeback.
read off our list we've got so far?
Sure. So we have in S tier the Cleveland Cavaliers. In A, we've got Boston, Washington, OKC, Minnesota, and Utah. Minnesota. In B, we have New York, Detroit, Chicago, Charlotte, LA Lakers, Phoenix, LA Clippers, Memphis Grizzlies, New Orleans. In C, we have Philadelphia, Toronto, Orlando, Atlanta, Brooklyn, San Antonio, Houston, Portland, and Sacramento. In D, we have Milwaukee, Indiana, Denver, Golden State, and the Mavs. And then in F, we have the Miami Heat.
Spitting bars.
Yeah,
I think we cooked.
Good job, guys.
I think we did.
It was an interesting trade deadline.
Yeah, really quick before we go, like rapid fire before Austin sends us home. What trade do you guys think will have the biggest playoff implications here?
Oh,
Like for
clearly
this
the Cavs.
season?
Yes.
Cavs.
Cleveland,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Them getting James Harden. I think that could push them into the finals.
There'll be a moment in the playoffs where he like single-handedly carries them through like a series or
I mean,
something.
well, think about Harden's history. Maybe not.
True.
Think
Yeah.
about Harden's history. Maybe he doesn't carry them.
I
to the
think
playoffs.
there'll be a moment where he maybe not single-handedly carries them, but like has a moment in the playoffs that
sure.
like boosts the Cavs or like puts
Probably
them
like a
through.
game 1 or game 2.
Yeah, and then
I could also see McCain popping off for the Thunder in a series.
yeah, that wouldn't be crazy to think that either.
All right.
But yeah, it's got to be the Cavs.
Send us home, Austin.
All right. Thanks for joining us on this NBA trade deadline. We hope it was all it was built up to be. Please follow us on all of our socials at Shadow Sports Media. Get at Shadow Sports. What is it? Refresh? I don't know what your at is.
At Shutter Sports Refresh on Instagram
Okay.
for
Yeah,
all of your
yeah.
breaking sports news. If you're a casual fan, tune in.
And if for some reason you like F1, follow the Race Hangover. But yeah,
And
subscribe
Shutter
here.
Sports Girl Talk.
Yeah,
True,
if you like
true.
women's sports, Shutter
Real,
Sport Girl Talk.
real.
Just if you find the Shutter Sports account, you'll find the rest.
Yeah, just please follow us on everything. Subscribe here on Twitch. You're already on it, so subscribe. And if not, go to YouTube at Shadow Sports Media as well. So it's pretty consistent throughout. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys for another sport.
All right, bye-bye.